I once heard love's voice from a convent at the rim of Red Arroyo on a street in Santa Fe, a whisper for release from behind adobe walls, like a woman's body awaiting touch. In that voice, love gave me a song, grotesque in love, spiritual in decay. I once prayed at the Church of Despair. You embrace the indefinable there. Walls and windows splinter at your feet. Death is in the ground. You hear your own disgust, your own hate. You hope it's not a virus going around. But I reeled away, tremulous before a purity I was not. I walked into town looking for a drink or to get laid. Was it a demon, flaming sword at Eden's gate, who stood in the picture window above the driveway? I once wrote love's necrosis in code from the grave, love's half-shell. It eluded me in blackouts and the drug-induced paranoia, where people become puppets filled with hair. On the road to Abiquiu, the mud ruts run to the monastery where an unseen bell rings from an aspen tree. Blackbirds rise above desert meadow as dawn light inscribes the geology of time in red, orange, and gray cliff strata over the river. Fruit owls perch in peanuts. On the Day of the Dead, Mexican monks place Hershey kisses, tortillas, and honey cakes among statues of saints. The dead visit at night, they say. I try to imagine the sweetness licked by ghostly lips. The dead, I remember, are not silent. They sit in jail where I visit. Young man with satanic tattoos and slashed arms. Woman seeing demons. And suicidal who recalls shooting heroin with his father and then witnessing his death from AIDS. What would I seek in faces and stories of the dead? Is it a face to free me from fear? Face transcending space with the chronicle of failings and pain so dear I'd lie to keep it in my breathing. The priest's witness fills my question with presence. Confession to a face beyond the screen of anonymity. The social mask, stripped bare, brings no answers. There is no answer, just a face whose freedom I must bind and unbind with fear and trembling. Walking past them to prayer in the cold morning, I recall Sadi, the Turkish poet and Sufi I met once in a bar, who said for Turks the owl is death. Years later I understood he meant the owl of Minerva and Greek soldiers signaling from cover before attack. What is the guilt? Is it that ancient blood curse that wants to kill the father, marry the sister, or have the mother? Or is it a plastic doll in whose cavity I deposit my jism of loneliness? Or is it this face, pitiful in want and regret, horrible with tears, reduced to act and be what others want, without time, condemned to time? Sadi's nightmare was nuclear fire out the living room glass, that star-like end to blood feud and sin of the fathers. Memory, goddess who sang anger and undying vengeance scratched in wax of animal soul, ox-strong arm, wine-dark eye, breasts and thighs caressed by silk, and poets whispering words. I addressed you in a lilt the saint from Carthage sang in confession when he called you from the crypt of laurels and panpipes, dressed you in skins and hair shirts, and fed you locusts and beeswax. Memory, are you only words sheathed in the patina of impending loss, like photos brown and yellow in attics that no one will visit, dust no one will etch with footprints or wipe clear from the portmanteau? If I had only kept you pure, memory, and ungrimed with the image that swarms like hydra head from a newsreel, hacked and desiccated cud, spewed by cloven-hoofed mass when it upchucks crime beyond count. Memory, the light in a bowl, the face in whose eyes I found changeless love, root of DNA carved from galactic coal, children playing with ABC blocks on the floor, all these and more. Memory, seek rest in a gaze that has stared down fear and despair, born from ash and dawn-bright pain, whose track runs through ruin, whose ticket is counted and punched to a door no map can name.